End-tidal CO2 monitoring, or capnography, is another helpful tool in the LifePak 15 monitor defibrillator. Use it to continuously measure the expired carbon dioxide in adult and pediatric patients. It's important to be familiar with your filter line's instructions for use. Okay, let's set up for monitoring. You'll be working with these MicroStream accessories, either the airway adapter and filter line for intubated patients or a nasal filter line for patients who are not intubated. The 15 is on, open the connector door and connect the filter line. Turn the filter line clockwise until it is tight. There's a CO2 initializing message, and you see dash marks here for the respiratory rate. You can display the CO2 waveform in channel 2 or 3. Use the speed dial and select CO2 from the menu. The waveform will be a dashed line until the monitor finishes initializing. Then it becomes a flat line. Now, put the filter line on the patient, and there is your CO2 value and waveform. The monitor automatically selects the scale for the best visualization of the waveform. For your reference, CO2 must be greater than 3.5 for the waveform to appear, and at least 8 to recognize a breath and count a respiratory rate. The respiratory rate is averaged over the last 8 breaths. The end-tidal CO2 monitor has a built-in apnea alarm. Once a valid breath has been detected, the apnea alarm triggers if the monitor hasn't detected a breath for 30 seconds. The message, "Alarm Apnea," appears, and the time since the last detected breath. You can temporarily silence the alarm tone by pressing Alarms. First, check the patient and whether the filter line is still attached. The alarm clears when the next breath is detected. When you're done with CO2 monitoring, disconnect the filter line and dispose of it. Do not reuse, sterilize, or clean CO2 accessories. They are for single patient, one-time use. There are messages built into the CO2 monitor to help troubleshoot problems. Refer to the troubleshooting tips and the operating instructions for the messages and corrective actions. Remember, CO2 monitoring is a tool to be used in addition to patient assessment.